The house didn't appear on any map. It stood where the village cemetery used to be, though no one remembered when the graves were moved or if they ever were. The elders just said the land had settled wrong, as if soil could swallow memories the way it swallows bodies. When Ezra arrived, the house was already waiting. He had nowhere else to go. His wife had died screaming in her sleep 3 months earlier, her lungs filled with dirt that no doctor could explain. When Ezra closed his eyes, he still heard her choking. Still felt the way the earth smell clung to her hair, so when the landlord offered the house for almost nothing, Ezra didn't ask questions. The first night, the house learned his name. It whispered it softly, testing the sound. Ezra. The voice came from inside the walls, from under the floor, from behind his eyes. He woke to find his own mouth moving, repeating his name back to the darkness like a prayer or a confession. On the second night, the house asked for more. Ezra heard footsteps pacing beneath the floorboards. Not walking, circling. The sound dragged like something heavy being pulled around and around. When he knelt and pressed his ear to the floor, the footsteps stopped. Then the floor knocked once. A voice spoke from below, wet and broken. "Tell us who you were." Ezra laughed hysterically and backed away. The house laughed to its walls trembling, dust falling like skin flakes from a wound. On the third night, the house showed him what it kept. The bathroom mirror no longer reflected Ezra alone. Shapes stood behind him, headless bodies, hollow-eyed faces with their mouths sewn shut by roots. Their skin was grey and swollen, as though they had drowned in soil. One stepped forward. It wore his wife's face. "Why did you leave me here?" she asked, dirt pouring from her lips. Ezra smashed the mirror. The glass screamed. That night, the floor opened. Not like a door. Like a mouth. The wood split and peeled back, revealing flesh beneath red, pulsing flesh threaded with veins. The breathing from below became desperate, hungry. Hands burst through the opening, grabbing Ezra's ankles, his wrists, his throat. He was dragged down. The crawl space was not a space at all. It was a pit endless. Packed with bodies fused together by soil and bone, faces stared from the walls. Frozen mid-scream, some were children. Some were so old their features had melted into the dirt. They were still alive. They begged without sound.